Hi, I'm Hina Ansari, and welcome to our 40th annual Upper Darby School District Student Administration Day. While this year's Student Administration Day may have looked a little different than in years past, on Thursday, May 27th, students from all over our district still had the opportunity to shadow an administrator and to learn about their job responsibilities and the joys and challenges they face in their daily roles. Student administrators hopefully experienced how royal pride runs throughout our organization as administrators work to not only maintain, but also to improve our schools. At this time, I would like to acknowledge elementary and middle school students who were selected as student administrators this school year. These students spent their day shadowing the principal or assistant principal in their individual schools. For Aronimink Elementary School, Samuel Kendrick and Elizabeth Kelly. For Bywood Elementary School, Ayana Bass and Denzel Guzman Navarrete. For Charles Kelly Elementary School, Zarin Shoshi and Parisha Kardor. For Garrettford Elementary School, Irene Yaruso and Daniel Kulaguazo. For Highland Park Elementary School, Girl of Lean Kaur and Osai Joseph Becton. For Hillcrest Elementary School, Alote Adote and Olivia Smith. For Primus Elementary School, Piwu Parker and Alex Kamara. For Stonehurst Hills Elementary School, Mia Sparrow and Brian Ramirez. For Walter M. Senko, Aliyah Kumar and Baljit Kaur. For Westbrook Park Elementary School, Sayane Drummond and James Larrabee. For Beverly Hills Middle School, Lelia Dennis, Sean Foster, Thomas Hong, Ryan Watanabe, and Lenny Verghese. For Drexel Hill Middle School, Sean Scott, Brianna Levon, Sophie DeMott, and Josephine Doherty. And for the Cyber Academy, Georgia Galiatassos. At this time, we will honor our high school students. The top academic students of the senior class were given the opportunity to shadow an administrator for the day, either a high school principal, an assistant principal, or a central office administrator. And they will now share a brief description of what they did today, any key learnings from their experiences, and what they plan for the future.
Hi, my name is Memuna Talgder, and I shadowed the supervisor of instructional technology, Ms. Joanna DeMarco. I learned that she handled tech issues in our school district from preschool till 12th grade. I realized without her help, it would have been really difficult for us to carry our work virtually. Next year, I'm planning to go to Delaware County Community College and then transfer to Temple to major in finance.
Hi, my name is Ethan Wharton, and I had to shadow the athletic director, Ms. Camiso. I learned that her job is one of the most important jobs in the school, as she has to set budgets for each of the sports teams and allocate money towards buying different kinds of equipment. She also helps in organizing different sports events like track meets, football games, and others. Next year, I will be attending Gwynedd Mercy University, where I will be majoring in nursing.
Hello, my name is Tasneem Sadiq, and I had the privilege of shadowing the 12th grade assistant principal, Ms. Sitek. As assistant principal, she works alongside with other administrators to form a team. This team of administrators strive to be communicative, flexible, and supportive of one another. Ms. Sitek enjoys displaying gratitude all throughout the halls of UDHS in support of students and staff. At the high school, there are several events that take place, ranging from keystones to fire drill, all of which requires substantial preparation and execution. Being virtual this year has been tough for most students, and it has been difficult for administrators to strengthen student relations during this time. It can be hard to get every student on the same page, especially through screens. But through numerous emails, she is working around the clock to get everyone towards the end goal of graduation. After I graduate, in the upcoming fall, I intend to study at Drexel University and pursue a Bachelor of Science degree in biology.
Hello, my name is Tina Chobane, and I shadow the principal of Upper Darby High School, Mrs. Simone. My shadowing experience enabled me to learn about the day-to-day responsibility Ms. Simone fulfills to provide strategic management of the high school. From communicating with and updating the staff on new changes to taking some time out of each day to show her appreciation for others, Mrs. Simone taught me the value of not only taking on the challenging parts that come with running a big school, but also expressing gratitude toward others in order to foster a welcoming environment that empowers students and teachers to embrace every school day. In addition to her individual duties, working with the other administrators in the building plays an integral role in her operation of the high school. Seeing Ms. Simone actively coordinate with other administrators to address various issues in the building highlighted the importance of drawing from different perspectives when it comes to making decisions that have the potential to impact thousands of students or responding to unprecedented situations that may arise throughout the school day. I hope to carry the insight I have gained from this opportunity with me next year as I study mechanical engineering at NYU. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jason Williams. I shadow the Controller of Finance and Accounting for every school district, Michael Casey. I learned about the many rigors of accounting for the district, but also some of the benefits that come along with it. Going into my job shadowing experience, I was very excited to learn more about the opportunities since I've always really thought about this career, the finance and accounting world, but I never really thought of it too much greater outside of the corporate world, such as your Amazons, your Apples, your Tesla, big companies such as those. For example, to be a controller for Upper Darby School District means that you have to accept a large number of responsibilities. This can range from helping to prepare the payroll for the 1,600 plus employees in the district, definitely more than that some years. This means that you have to help manage the funds for the high school, the middle school, the elementary school, the kindergarten center. And you also need to do things such as writing up important documents, statements for school board meetings and for the IRS. And that can be pretty stressful sometimes, so it's great to learn about that. And importantly, though, due to the large number of people in the district, I can tell it's definitely some trouble to keep up with all these things nowadays, especially considering that Michael is new to the district. He was telling me more about that and how tough that can be, and I understood. But more importantly, though, he gave me the message that if you love what you do, any job is going to be a lot easier. So overall, I'm very grateful for my experience. Next year, I plan to attend New York University. I plan to major in business and with a concentration in finance. So this was very good to have some early insights on my career.
Hi, my name is Catherine Tran, and I serve the Executive and Artistic Director here at Dietzler. I learned that as part of this position, he has to manage and coordinate events taken within the Performing Arts Center year-round. This includes not only school performances, but also a selection of outside companies that are deemed suitable for the Upper Darby community. Overall, he oversees the development of various productions in order for the students and the community as a whole to succeed in the performing arts. Next year, I plan to attend Delaware County Community College, where I'll be majoring in English and education.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Liu, and I had the pleasure of shadowing the Supervisor of Equity, Ms. Douglas. As a Supervisor of Equity, she works to provide an equitable and diverse community by fulfilling the needs of 13,000 students within the school district. This includes ensuring transportation and technology such as Chromebooks are given to those who need it. She also works closely with the student equity teams and the communications team to post statements about what's going on in the world to spread awareness and acknowledge what's happening. This upcoming fall, I'll be attending Villanova University as a chemical engineering major. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jessica John, and I shadow the Supervisor of Procurement Services, Mr. McGilvery. I learned that as a Supervisor of Procurement Services, they have to go through procurements and purchasing, the process of procuring items, goods, and services for the schools within the school district, while also dealing with financial and budgeting arrangements and services. Everything from the desks to the buses gets purchased through his office. The supervisor also overlooks requisitions, monitors projects, and collaborates with other departments, all while following state guidelines and rules. Although many might overlook this position, the supervisor of procurement services is always involved in multiple projects and is constantly working behind the scenes. Next year, I plan to attend Temple University.
Hi, my name is Curtis Everett, and on Student Administration Day, I shadowed Dr. Manfrey, who is the Director of Secondary Education. And as the Director of Secondary Education, Dr. Manfrey's job is to ensure the best experience and the best education for all students at the secondary level. So this means at both middle schools and at the high school level. Part of Dr. Manfrey's responsibilities include adding new curriculum, changing current curriculum, the scheduling at both schools, the modifications at both schools. He's closely working with the project that is being pursued to build a new middle school in the district. Dr. Manfrey also is greatly involved in all of the experiences that we have in the district. I know he's also greatly involved in a new schedule that is supposed to be implemented at the high school next year. And we had a great conversation on the pros and cons of this and the pros and cons of all the different curriculums and all of the different experiences that I've had going through Charles Kelly, Beverly Hills, and at the high school level. Dr. Manfrey works closely with the Director of Curriculum, Miss Kelly, and he also works closely with the Director of Elementary Education, who is Mr. Solano. Together, they all ensure the best education built on opportunity, unity, and excellence. And I'm excited that the next classes are in great hands as usual. And I know that as a team, these amazing people and the entire administration staff will create a better and greater environment in Upper Darby. Next year, I plan to go to Harvard University and major in political science and government with a secondary study in neuroscience. And I'm just excited to come back and see the great things that the district has added and the great things that the district will continue to be forevermore.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Gidetti, and for my Student Administration Day, I shadowed Mr. Leaf, our manager of facilities for our district. Mr. Leaf handles everything from the upkeep of all the schools, from the elementary to the high schools, and the overshadowing of all the big projects we have so far. Projects such as the field, the new school they're going to build over in Clifton Heights, and more what's to come. He handles everything from the smallest things, the bathrooms, to hiring contractors, to overseeing the huge projects that we have in our district. He's an integral part of upkeeping our community and keeping our school what it is. Next year, I plan to go to Drexel and major in civil engineering.
Hi, my name is Rachel Howen, and I shadowed the Director of Curriculum, Christine Kelly. I learned that since she entered into this position in 2014, she has overseen everything related to curriculum for kindergarten through 12th grade throughout the district. Her team consists of district-wide supervisors and instructional coaches at elementary schools, the Director of Secondary Schools, and the Director of Elementary Schools. All state testing materials and resources also pass through her office. The pandemic has been the biggest hurdle from March 13th to the present. She has been planning and constantly moving with every bit of new guidance and funding to provide for all students, but has been able to sort things out as best she can. Next year, I plan to attend St. John's College in Annapolis to major in liberal arts and studying their Great Books program.
Hi, my name is Talvo. I have an honor to shadow the Supervisor of Special Education, Mr. Newson. I learned that every student has a right to learn equally, so his job is supporting them with what they need. So basically, he supports the student not only in curriculum, but also in daily life skills. Next year, I plan to attend Temple University to major in health information management. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alphonsus Raharjo, and I shadowed the Director of Technology, Mr. Holinsky. I learned that there are a lot of responsibilities that come with being the main person in charge of technological aspects within the district, from overseeing networks that run across the schools to fixing a minor issue on a teacher's laptop. Mr. Holinsky has got it all covered and is definitely the person to go to when you have a technological problem. One responsibility that I want to highlight, and a piece of advice that he gave me during our time together, was that as someone who almost needs to be available 24/7 to address technology-related problems, it's important to keep on learning more about the updates and the evolvement of computer-related systems and things of that nature, because the knowledge can be beneficial in the future. And next year, I plan to attend Penn State to major in computer engineering.
Hi, my name is Jack DePremio. On Student Administration Day, I shadowed Aranda Buford, who is Communications Director for the school district. I learned a lot from her. I learned how to multitask 5 different tasks, all while Mr. McGarry was talking, so that was really hard. Mrs. Buford is amazing, and she will provide me, and she has provided me with valuable lessons that I'll take with me to American University this fall. And I just want to thank all the teachers that helped me along the way in high school. I started out as a freshman who skipped class and ended up graduating in the top 5% of my class. So it just goes to show you that who you are when you enter does not mean you will leave the same person. And thank you.
Hi, my name is Adakor Alate, and I shadowed the administrative assistant to the superintendent, Tracy Hinkson. I learned that there's a lot more to her job than anyone would expect. She's one of the most important administrators. When people hear the word assistant, they would think of a low, unimportant position, and a lot of the time, it is safe to say that Ms. Hinkson's job is beyond that level. In fact, any assistant position should be highly regarded because they are more than just an assistant. They hold down the fort for their boss and their coworkers, and they make sure that everything stays in line. Without Ms. Hinkson, the whole system would collapse. So as I said earlier, Ms. Hinkson has one of the most important jobs in central administration. With her skills and beaming personality, she brings a different perspective to the cabinet. Being an administrative assistant, organization has to be a top priority. Every one of her responsibilities requires her to be on top of her work. For example, when she's keeping her minutes for the cabinet, she has to make sure she stays focused to make sure that she doesn't miss anything. This may sound like an easy job to people, but it takes a special type of expertise to listen closely despite all of the distractions that surround you. Not only that, Ms. Hinkson has to be able to recall the events of the meeting in case her coworkers need a brief summary of a specific event. So not only does she have to be focused and attentive, but she also needs to have a great memory and be reliable. These are all qualities that Ms. Hinkson possesses with ease. In addition to keeping the minutes, she frequently works with many parents in the school district. She has to make sure that their calls go to the right department, their meetings with the superintendent are finalized, and she has to make sure that the requests are fulfilled for whatever they need. Working with parents is not an easy job. It can be hard and frustrating, but Ms. Hinkson always makes sure to do what she can to make each parent happy. Last but not least, Ms. Hinkson manages the superintendent's agenda. She schedules his events, briefs him on his day, presents him with his documents, and even more. She has to be detailed, task-oriented in her work, and to make sure that his day runs smoothly. Any bump in his schedule, she fixes. She's always ready and available by Dr. McGarry's side, and that is a type of loyalty and dedication that is very admirable. All in all, Ms. Hinkson is an amazing person who is wonderful at her job. I hope to adopt her skills and take them with me to college. So next year, I plan to attend LaSalle University to major in nursing. I hope that in a few years, I can become a women's health nurse practitioner and care for women of all ages. I thank Ms. Hinkson for allowing me to shadow her. It was truly a pleasure, and I hope to cross paths with her again someday.
Hello, my name is Ume Siddiqa. For Student Administration Day, I shadowed the Assistant Superintendent of Student Services, Mr. Marshlack. It was very interesting talking to him and learning about his responsibilities because he does a lot of the work behind the scenes that I never even thought about. His typical day consists of meeting with attorneys. What most people don't know about his position is he has to know a lot of educational laws to deal with responsibilities such as central registration and special education services. During the pandemic, he worked to get COVID-19 tests accessible at our schools. I think it's admirable the time he dedicated to the district. He was a teacher for around 8 years, then he became the principal of Bayard Elementary School for 5 years, then he was the director of special education for 3 years, and now he is in his second year as the assistant superintendent. During our conversation, I asked him what was challenging about his job, and he responded by saying, "You can't make everyone happy." In his position, he has to hear both sides, and oftentimes, having a difference of opinion is not resolved in a single meeting. At those times, he becomes the voice of reason for each side so that each group can come to an agreement. Although he has to sit through meetings and take care of all the regulation and paperwork, he said it was worth it because of the kids that go to the schools in our district. Knowing that the students are excelling motivates him to continue to do his job to ensure we can come to an environment ready to learn. I really had a great time during Student Administration Day learning about the responsibilities of running a school district. Next year, I will be attending University of Pennsylvania, and I plan to major in biology.
Hello, my name is Eleni Dimitriadis, and today I shadowed the Assistant Superintendent for Personnel and Equity, Dr. Council. I learned that Dr. Council is responsible for supporting not only teachers, but every adult employed within the school district. His job also entails the hiring process for new applicants, termination, contracts and benefits, professional development, and much more. Next year, I will attend Delaware County Community College and then transfer to Westchester University to major in elementary education. Thank you.
I'm Hina Ansari, and I shadowed the superintendent, Dr. Dan McGarry. I learned that being the superintendent is more than just deciding on whether or not the district has a snow day. It is about solving complex problems that pertain to all schools in the district. The workday starts as early as 5 a.m., and although it never ends, as Dr. McGarry is always on call, it ends around 11 p.m. Dr. McGarry converses with the rest of his team, and together they work to come to a conclusion that would best serve the student body, as the students are their number one priority. I learned that Dr. McGarry is very proud of handling the pandemic this past year, which includes the distribution of Chromebooks and moving everyone to online school and much more. Overall, it was a very insightful experience, and I am grateful to have had this opportunity. Next year, I plan to attend the University of Pennsylvania to major in mathematics. This concludes our virtual Student Administration Day presentation. We would like to thank all of our students for their student leadership and to congratulate all of our elementary and middle school students in the class of 2021. Student Administration Day is a time-honored tradition in the Upper Darby School District. It is a great opportunity for students to gain a deeper understanding of the tremendous behind-the-scenes work that goes into providing opportunity, unity, and excellence in our schools and through our offices. It is also a great opportunity for district leaders to spend time learning from our students, as well as to learn more about their hopes, dreams, and plans for the future. On behalf of all of the participants, we would like to thank the Upper Darby School District administrators for their time and expertise. This was an enjoyable learning experience for all of us. Thank you for watching.